to me is to have all these things that you can do if you want to, that you don't have to do if you don't want to do. And there's a way in which American and white and human become synonyms. That why can't we just treat each other as human beings? To me, when I hear it from a white person, it means why can't we all just pretend to be white people? I'll pretend you're a white person, and then you can pretend to be white. Why don't you eat what I eat? Why don't you drink what I drink? Why don't you think like I think? Why don't you feel like I feel? God damn it, I'm so sick and goddamn tired of hearing about that. I'm sick of that. That's what it means to be human being to me. That's what it means to be white. That's what it means to be American. Why?
In the March on Washington in 1963, the cry was jobs and justice. In the 20-year anniversary of the March on Washington, the cry was jobs and justice. We are now in 2010. And what is the cry? Jobs and justice. Well, wait a minute.
Hello good people, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, kindly consider subscribing, liking and sharing the videos. I will really appreciate. In this video today, there is this black man who begs the white community to stop racism, to put an end to racism. Why can't we treat each other as human beings? Why can't we treat each other as equals? So before I speak much, let's listen to what he had to say, and then I'm going to give my 2 cents at the end. Also, let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below.
To me, is to have all these things that you can do if you want to, that you don't have to do if you don't want to do. And there's a way in which American and white and human become synonyms. That why can't we just treat each other as human beings? To me, when I hear it from a white person, it means why can't we all just pretend to be white people? I'll pretend you're a white person, and then you can pretend to be white. Why don't you eat what I eat? Why don't you drink what I drink? Why don't you think like I think? Why don't you feel like I feel? God damn it, I'm so sick and goddamn tired of hearing about that. I'm sick of that. That's what it means to be human being to me. That's what it means to be white. That's what it means to be American. What? You think that, hey, it'll all be fine when we just treat each other like human beings. And what that says to me is, don't be yourself. Be like me. Keep me comfortable. Connect where I'm ready to connect. Come out to my place. Or maybe I'll come down and get some artifacts from your place. That is bullshit. When you say that your ethnicity is American, there is no American ethnicity. You had to throw away your ethnicity to become American. That's what it means. That's what it means. You give up who you are to become American. And you can pretend that it's okay because you're white. When we give up who we are to become American, we know that we're dying from it. You're dying from it too, but you don't know it necessarily. Get ethnic, you know? You know, I'm not going to trust you until you're as willing to be changed and affected by my experience and transformed by my experience as I am every day by yours.
In the March on Washington in 1963, the cry was jobs and justice. In the 20-year anniversary of the March on Washington, the cry was jobs and justice. We are now in 2010. And what is the cry? Jobs and justice. Well, wait a minute. How long?
Not long.
I Are you going to sit around begging white people to do for us what we have the power to do for ourselves?
We need to ask ourselves one thing. Why are some of us racist towards black people? Like, what have they done to you? Like, come on, really. There's definitely something broken inside you, like all those stereotypes or whatever you see in the news, and then you obviously try to associate them with like something worse. Like, you know, why is it that black people are always being criminalized? Why is it that they're being stopped and searched in London or anywhere in UK? They're being stopped and searched like 7 to 10 times more than a white person. Why? Also, one day I was going to college with my Nigerian friend, okay? And as you can tell that I'm not black, but he was black. Now here's the thing, right? As soon as we entered our college ID and we got inside the gate, right? There was like a couple of security men and they were both white, right? And the security said that, you know, the security told me to go. The security let me go because I've not done anything wrong. And the security approached him and asked him if he's got any weed inside his pockets, right? And I was like, what the hell did I just observe in front of me, right? And then obviously I went into my classroom, and of course what happened was the guy came back to me and literally told me he never smokes weed or does any of that shit, right? Yet the security just approached him. Why? Because he's black. Come on, bro. Like the whole justice system, like all this systemic racism that's going on, black people being more likely to be excluded from schools or more likely to be arrested. Come on, bro. Come on. Why are they being seen as less than human? Like, what have they done to you? The problem is, you don't have as much exposure towards black people. And as a person myself, I've had a lot of exposure amongst black people in college, at workplace, and they've been the most helpful human beings that I've ever, like, met so far. They've been the most helpful, always checking out on your well-being. Like, I've never ever noticed a single part of them having this attitude of, oh, I don't give a shit, or, you know, having a different sort of tone of energy, seeing another person of color like me appearing in front of them. No. They've always been fair. They've always been helpful. They have this insane level of humanity in them. And yet they're being criminalized. Yet they're being stereotyped. Yet they're being seen as aggressive just because, yes, it might be cultural that, you know, some people are louder than others, yet they're being seen as aggressive. And that's a harsh label. And furthermore, we need to understand one thing about black people. And actually, us human beings, right? Our skin tones are different to them. But in reality, we're just a mutation of black people, right? Brown, orange, many different skin tones, or even white. They have migrated to different parts of the world, originally coming from Africa around 300,000 years ago. And that's research done. So it's backed up by research that they've all came from Africa around 300,000 years ago, moved to different continents, and now like they've lived there over time, mutations, you know. But come on, bro. And they're always hated upon. You really need to have a serious think about what is it that's wrong in your thinking or in your actions as to how you treat black people. Because, really, I've got the greatest respect for them.
90% of the people who are out here doing this, what I'm doing, unhoused, are Black. And it's mostly Black women. Like, I'm out here by myself. It's mostly Black women, Black couples, Black families, Black men. But it's us, y'all. They did this to us. Racism, systemic oppression. They did this to us. Nobody can talk about the Black community. There has been a deliberate, intentional plan attack on us for decades.
All right, so let me correct this, right? And I am sympathetic to her situation because obviously she's saying that she's one of the people on the street. But I just want to make sure that we operating in fact. The first thing that she said when this video cut on was 90% of the people that's homeless are Black people, specifically Black women. I just pulled it up right now because I try to operate and react in real time because I don't know exactly what people are going to say. But it says it's broken down by race and ethnicity here in the United States, in which white people, over 270,000 people, about 36.7% of the population that is homeless. Now, I don't know how accurate these numbers are. This is according to USA Facts, the Federal Reserve Bank, and the National Alliance in Homelessness, just to cite my sources like we did in college. But 36.7%, more than 1/3 of everybody inside of the United States that are homeless are white people. 32.7% of the homeless homeless population is Black or African American, right? Obviously, we know that we're a smaller percentage of the population when it comes to the representation in the United States of America. But the fact of the matter is, the majority of the people that are homeless are white people. And then you got Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islander, American Indian, Alaskan Native, multiple races, Asian, Hispanic, Latino, so on and so forth. But why do people just throw out statistics and stuff? And is it because they're trying to justify their argument to run in the Victim Olympics? I don't know, but we got to start operating in truth instead of just operating in feelings. We got to stop just saying stuff without being able to substantiate whether or not that's actually true or not, right? The majority of the people on food stamps are white people.
When you're white, you're never really lonely because there will always be a Black person in your business. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that racist? But this isn't?
When you're Black, you're never really lonely.
Oh my
God.
God.
There will always be a white person all up in your business.
The irony of her making that video, proving the point of the original woman who made the video. You are the white person in her business by trying to make a video about what she made a video about. Oh my God. They don't get it. Like, she doesn't notice that she had to be in her business and make it her business to then make that video. God. These jokes write themselves. I don't think people like her realize how comical they come off. Like, that's the thing. Like, racism is funny because racist people get upset when they hear about racism. That doesn't even have to be them being called racist. They just hear about racism and it makes them upset, therefore making it obvious that they are also racist.
Okay, y'all, so, you know what? I got a little bit of a rant. I am tired of seeing videos where white people, are saying that Black people don't want revenge. Black people want just peace. That's what you hope that Black people want. But you yourself know that if your circle of friends, your family members who all look like you, were treated the way that Black people were treated for generations. I'm talking including slavery, but after slavery and up until now. You know for a fact that you will want revenge. So why wouldn't you expect Black people to want revenge? Why wouldn't you think that if black people woke up, got back where they're supposed to be, that they wouldn't do to you what you've done to them? Because that's only fair, right? That's only fair. And that's what it is.
Actually fed up with all these things. To hear a grown black man speaking with so much pain in his voice, begging white people to put an end to all this. Black people are really fed up, and to make the matters worse, those white men who were there were just laughing. You know, to them, they see these things as if they're not that serious. Racism is not that serious, you know, discrimination is not that serious, because it favors them. They enjoy seeing black people in pain. They enjoy seeing black people begging them. They enjoy seeing black people at their feet, worshipping them. This black man is saying, why can't we drink what you drink? Why can't we eat what you eat? Why can't we just be equals, you know? Why can't we pretend that we are all white? Why can't we pretend that we are all black? Let's just pretend that we live in a world where there is no color, there is no race, and every human being is equal. Everyone deserves the same treatment. We are all black, we are all white. No one is better than the other. No one is superior, no one is inferior. We all are equal. Why can't we just live like human beings? Why are we living like animals? Why are we seeing one another as threats? When black people come near white people, they feel like, no, these people shouldn't be here. They need to be somewhere else. They're not supposed to be in our space. White people feel intimidated when black people are just around doing nothing. Innocent black people, whether it's in their neighborhood or on the street, they just feel like, you know, they're under attack. Why view your fellow human being as a threat? Why don't you see this person as a human being? I imagine in that era whereby there were no cameras, there was nothing. How was life? Because at least in this generation, we have social media, we have, you know, cameras. Black people record all the evil things that are being done to by white people. How about that generation whereby there were no phones, no cameras, no nothing? How was it for the black community? At least nowadays we have people, black people, who are bold enough to speak on these atrocities that the white community has been doing to them. In the past, it was so hard even for black people to come forward and speak about these things, because you will be silenced by murder and no one is going to care about that. That case is gonna be forgotten. No justice is going to be served. These video clips we see whereby black people are standing up for themselves, that was not easy in the past. As a black person, you are supposed to be quiet no matter what has been done to you. And they will flip the narrative and blame you for whatever has happened. The altercation that has happened, the black person is now the one to be blamed. The white person becomes the victim. But I'm glad that we are in an era whereby you can record everything and people can see clearly who is on the wrong and who is on the right. We have people like Minister Louis Farrakhan, who boldly speak about the atrocities that white people have been doing to black people. We have people like Jen Elliott. She condemns her own community. She points out their evil doings. But that is not enough. They're still enjoying their supremacy. They're still enjoying oppressing the black community. For the white people, of course, not the entire community of white people. We have those ones who, you know, they can see the truth. They can see that their own community is on the wrong. They can call out their own community. We have those ones who are educated, who are exposed, and they can call out wrongdoings. But for those who are still, you know, oppressing black people, you need to stop that. You need to put that to an end. So with that said, guys, I'd love to know your thoughts about this in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share, and I will really appreciate. See you in the next video. Bye.